Shift our focus to matters. BBI and Meru County will play host to the next BBI meeting that will take place at Kinoru Stadium tomorrow. Preparations for the meeting are in high gear after several governors from the Central Region met former Premier Raila Odinga on the same. George Maringa is there for us. George Maringa, good morning. Talk to us about what we need to expect tomorrow and in case there is a meeting today between governors.
Good morning to you, Brenda. Indeed, the BBI meeting, as I've mentioned, will take place tomorrow. But prior to that, as you may be aware, is that today there is a forum that will bring together Mount Kenya East and Mount Kenya West. Remember, these two regions had separate meetings. Mount Kenya East being Meru, Embu, and Tharaka Nithi counties, and Mount Kenya West being the other part of the western part of the mountain, or rather the counties surrounding the other part, being like Kipia, Nyandarua, Kirinyaga, Nyeri, and the rest. In total, the Gema counties. Currently, the meeting that was set to take place today, we should start in a few, but all the governors from the Gema counties are already in Meru County. They arrived last night, but as of now, the venue is set and standby for them, even as we wait for other delegates to arrive here at the Kenya Methodist University main campus for this meeting. But prior to that, I will engage a few gentlemen who are here with me, who are from different parts, of this country, who have come together from the participating counties to just pick their views on how this entire meeting and what it entails for them, especially for this Mount Kenya region. Thank you, sir. If you could kindly join us here. Thank you for joining us on KTN News. Let's first start with your name and your designation and which county you come from.
Okay. My name is Arthur Namu. I come here wearing two hats. I am the Secretary General of Gema Cultural Association and also an elder a member of the Embu Council of Elders. And as I've just mentioned to you, Building Bridges Initiative is a national unity project. National. It's not politics for us. It's a national project to unify the country. And you know the history of how it was started. So we are here to listen to have the views from both sides of the mountain, the communities that live around the mountain, what they are going to propose. If they are happy with the proposals, or maybe they want to make certain amendments. So we shall hear that today.
You're the Secretary General of Gema, and there are those who have argued that there is tremor on the mountain, that actually this part of the country appears to be divided in matters unity. You have said this is not a political process, but a unifying process. But still, sir, we cannot separate pretty much the two, because in it comes politics, because there are those who have argued this is also a political process because it might end up in a referendum. So then how do you demystify that?
The truth of the matter, you are right, most of this, everything ends up with politics. However, we view this, as I said, as a project to unify the country. My view is that in the attempt to achieve excellence in unity, it's a continuous project. Like they say, the road towards excellence is permanently under construction. Now, in this respect, I don't see, there has been noises here and there, but you expect politicians who are differing, who have differing views to contest or to give, but we are not interested in that ourselves. We have one president at the moment, we have one country, so the question of disunity doesn't come in. As far as we are concerned, we are supporting the president in his efforts to unify the country. We are not supporting any side. Yeah.
Sir, thank you so much. I will engage one more here who is also from this Meru County to just give us more info on this. Sir, tell us your name. Thank you for joining us on KTN News. Tell us your name, the county you come from, and what you do, and probably what interests or what brings you to this forum today here at Kemu.
Thank you very much, Maringa and KTN News. My name is Rafael Muriongi. I'm from Meru County, and I'm actually the former deputy governor of this county. So I'm here as a leader and one of those who are attending this final meeting of the mountain region before tomorrow's mega meeting.
We were with the Mount Kenya East other leaders, the other Gema counties, specifically Meru, Embu, and Tharaka Nithi at Kirubia Stadium, and there were there were 4 points that they came up with, or resolutions. Do you think that these things, one, are achievable, and will they probably be matched or augured with the resolutions from the Mount Kenya West region, because it's Mount Kenya East?
Well, actually, I will not attempt to speak for the organizers of the meeting. I would only like to give my appreciation for the initiative in general, because for a country to progress, there must be peace. And for there to be peace, there are other things that must be taken into account, like the economy must be in order, there must be justice in leadership, and if we talk about the 9 main points which the proponents or the founders of this initiative put forward, we need to agree on very many things. So when it comes to the actual things that the Mount Kenya East or that the General Mountain Region is going to agree on today, because that's the purpose of today's meeting, then I will leave that one to the leaders. But it's very important that as people of the Mount Kenya region who have common problems, who have maybe a lot of cultural bonds and so on, it's important that we collate our things together so that we can give a common stand. But my prayer and my major request, especially being a MERU leader, MERU has been known for settling our things through consensus. And everybody is always given some audience. So my prayer is that let nobody be left out in resolving these issues. Let us not profile people like belonging to this or belonging to that, because I'm sure the idea of His Excellency the President and the major opposition leader in this country, where the former Prime Minister, they really meant to forget their differences so that the country can be one.
As we wind up, let's go back to the 15 the interest, or rather the propositions in the Mount Kenya East resolutions. Quickly, you are a former deputy governor. I mean, the current county administration prospects for an increment of 45% of the national allocation funds to the counties. Is this a good thing, or is this something that probably you had harbored from the moment you started the devolution here in Meru County?
I'm also a proponent of that one, because when we talk of development, money is the major thing. And with us, for example, in the mountain region, and the country at large, of course, when we have a good economy, then it means that we have the basics for even bringing peace. So we want the highest amount possible to come to the lowest units, because devolution means reaching even the village. So the more money we have down to the ward, the better it is. Because like since the beginning of the devolved system, a lot of development has been seen, which could not be seen from the top, from Nairobi. Yes, we have a lot of projects that are done through the advice of the locals. So let's have the maximum, even if it be 45%. I would even go for 50%, because there is very little that happens at the top, except maybe national policy, defense, foreign affairs, and so on. So we need as much money as possible down to the wards. Yes.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I have been speaking to gentlemen, the former Deputy Governor of Meru County and also the Secretary General of the Gema Association, just speaking their minds, even as we wait for what will transpire today. And as they have mentioned, the main purpose of this meeting is to unify the country, and that is what they set to achieve, because this is the region that is key, or that has, all eyes will be set on it in matters BBI, and to see what, they will come up with, not only today, but also tomorrow during the major BBI meeting or rally at Kinoru Stadium. Brenda.
Thank you so much, George Maringa. I know that when that meeting will begin, the governor's meeting,